Menta, Kahangwenborg, what's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint, where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, because it is our lives. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life. Your life is eternal. Your life is not evil. There is nothing wrong with you naturally. You are not born with any spiritual problem or religious problem that make you maybe want to need God. Anyone that tell you that you need God or Jesus to do anything for you, or make you try to see that you are not worthy, or something is wrong with you spiritually, that person is a liar and a thief. And most time, maybe they are your parents, maybe they are family members or your friends, or people you so much respect. But the truth must be told without fear, without favor, and without faint, which is what I'm doing. So, welcome. I'm sharing with us today what I titled Three Things Africans Don't Need. Three Things Africans Don't Need. It's gonna be interesting, and I ask you to join me as we share this, spread the knowledge. Also, you can do it. You don't need anyone to lead you. You are the leader you are looking for. You don't need anyone to be above you or over you. I want you to know that anything they call God is beneath you. You are above every God, whether in heaven, in the heart, in the book, or wherever they put that God or whatever they call that God. You are above them. And let me remind you before I go on that you are greater than your thoughts. You are greater than your words. You are greater than your actions. Don't let them cage you. You can change them. That you made mistake doesn't mean you will die with that mistake. It's time you make another decision, make another choice, and live well. Your desire may put you in trouble, but your choice, your decision will take you out of it. That's why you have your brain, which is part of what I'm sharing with us today. Three things Africans don't need. Number one is king. Number two is God. And number three is money. You can help me to say your own take on it, but I will use the Bible also, where they use those things to make us accept them as a way of life, to try to open our eyes. So I have that Bible knowledge, and it's mine forever, and I will keep using it to open the eyes of our people, showing them there's anything holy is evil. That's why that book is called Holy Book. It's against nature. Holiness is against nature. So when they say something is holy, that thing is against nature. When they say something is sacred, that thing is against nature. People made it to be so. It is not natural. Nothing is holy in nature. We are holy, complete in nature. That's WHOLLY. We are not HOLY. Uh-uh. That's fake. So I'm starting with Isaiah chapter 8. Welcome to Bible study. Isaiah chapter 8. I'll start reading from verse 21. So the first one I will deal on is king. Three things Africans don't need. The first one is king. Many people, many Africans think we are kings, we are queens. No, we are not. Kings and queens are slave owners. Africans are not slave owners. We weren't slave owners before the Arabs and the Europeans came. We had no king before the Arabs and the European came. And if you can use your brain, think what is going on in the world And how they do their kingship, that's where you get it from. Like England, king and queen of England, right? Okay. And you see how they carry it and they still control the land and all that. The same way they control us and make us to embrace kingship because we are slaves. So slaves now, they gave us kingship and a king, one person ruling over the whole community, as if they don't have their own mind, they don't have their own brain. I mean, and you see our people has accepted it as a way. I see like most African Americans, like those that say they're awakened, saying that, oh, like they say, uprising kings, uprising queens. No, we are not. We are not slave owners. We don't need to be served, and we don't serve. We were born to live, explore, and enjoy life. So, king, we don't need king for any reason. Before they brought king to us, we used to have like a youth leader. It's not. It has nothing to do with that person being over other youths or no. It's simply when they go for hunting because mostly that's what they do, hunting to kill, especially animals that are troubling our farm and domestic animals. So they set out dates. They will go, and they go with dogs, hunting them down to make sure we live safely. But when it comes to running the land, it is the duty. Naturally, it is the duty of elders to run the land. That's why Africans have elders. So many educated people that educated, but they are not intelligent, or they don't even know the weight of the word they are using. You hear them saying that youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Youths are not leaders of today. Elders are. When you're talking about running your community, running your town, running your country, it's supposed to be the duty of the elders. But because they have brought in this evil system, the youth now think, no, it's today. It's not. It never said the youth are the leaders of today. They tell you the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Tomorrow, when they become elders, it is a wrong term for a child to rule elders. It is a wrong term for youth to rule over elders. And that's the evil system we have today, suffering it. And it's also called white supremacy. White people gave us all those things. When I say white people, I'm talking about Arabs and the Europeans. They gave us these things many of us are calling our culture and tradition today. So, King, let me start reading verse 21 of Isaiah 8. He said, they will pass through it hard pressed and hungry, and it shall happen that when they are hungry, they will be enraged and curse their king and their God. Who will curse their king? People that have king. Who will curse their God? People that have God. I don't have God. So I don't need to curse any God. It is people of God that curse God. People that have God. I don't have any God to curse. So that's why I trash God because God is not real. And I know that many of my brethren still believe in that useless God that doesn't exist. He said, and look upward. You see, look now, their God is there. I can't. They even believe that it is God that makes one king. People are stupid. And that's why they connive with the so-called like the chief priest of the town, and they connive with them. So, okay, this is who God, the gods, has chosen to be king. King, slave owners. And when I see, like when I watch Nigerian movies, I see people's children serving there as palace maid, palace bullshit. Say what? People should think before they have children. That child, that children you want to have, what will they inherit from you? You bond them so that they will go and hustle for where is it on the business you have established for them, the family business, as Africans used to have it. You see them in Europe, you see them in Asia, you see them in America, suffering and making it just to live. So he said they will curse their God and look upward. Then they will look to the earth and see trouble and darkness, gloom of anguish, and they will be driven into darkness. Because they taught them that darkness is evil or darkness is ignorance. It's not. Darkness is permanent. Darkness is the source of all things. Everything that is real comes from darkness. And that's why Africans are darkness. We are darkness, the thick darkness. And when they came and saw us, they called God, they called us gods, which we are not. We are both gods. King, we don't need king in our land for any reason. But I say, let me ask my people, Africans, those of you that have kings in our villages or in your villages in your town, like my town, Umuchu, we have king also. In every place in Africa, we have kings, right? So, what is the duty of the king? That king of your town, tell me, what is the duty of that king? You said the king is the custodian of tradition, culture, and tradition. No, it is the people that are supposed to carry on their culture and tradition. That king is to rule over you, to suppress you. It has nothing to do with culture and tradition. King is not African culture, it's not African tradition. Slavery is not African culture, it's not African tradition. But they have succeeded in making you believe that. You will even say, may a king live forever. You see a son of a king or daughter of a king, you are expected to bow and greet them. I will never do that. No, no force will make me. I see a king now or the daughter of a king or son of the king. I bow, unless they bow also, I say it must be mutual. If I have to bow to greet them, they have to bow to greet me too. But not them standing like they call me a commoner. I'm not a commoner. I am human being just as they are. But this is the evil in our land. And they made you think it's one devil somewhere or one demon somewhere that is evil in our land. No, one of the main evil in our land is king. This kingship they give to you. You don't know wherever you have king or kingdom, you have slaves or serfdom. I hear many, we always talk about kingdom. Nobody talk about serfdom. But I see another word for serfdom today is poor masses. A king is rich, taking slave of anyone he wants, taking slave of anything he wants, while the masses are suffering. I even think about it. Okay, why having king? When you have all these political positions that people filled in your land. And that's why today you see king in Igbo land, they are living in abroad. They can't do anything. They take custodian of their culture and tradition. When they are not there, they are running away for their own safety or out of fear of death. They run away. They can't stay there because they're afraid of being kidnapped and killed or overthrown. So this thing, the king of your town, what is the duty of the king of your town? Does he create employment in your town? What is your king doing to develop your town? Only to go abroad or places where some people have money to raise money and using it, or maybe conniving with government to sell the land belonging to the town or community, and maybe share the money among his cabinet members, his co-evil people. King, we don't need king. When you have king, it means you are not yourselves. You cannot govern. And that's why white people say we cannot govern ourselves. But we can. But we are following the nonsense they gave to us like king. It has nothing to do with Africa, and it does not help us. So the second one is God. Africans. Some of them that say, oh, they don't believe in God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They don't believe in God of Israel anymore. They believe in the God of their ancestors. One of the questions I asked them, did your ancestors show you that God? So the same thing you're running away from is the same thing you are holding as your culture, or as your tradition, or as your ancestral belief, which you don't need. You don't need any form of belief to live as a human being, as people. People that have their brain working don't need any God. God is a fairy. God represents slave master. God represents you are the one that is enslaved, that kidnap and put you in slavery, and they want you to be in slavery perpetually. That's why they tell you that God is invisible, and you believe it and praying to the invisible God you have not seen and you cannot see. And when somebody talk, you said, "Can you see everything that is real?" Yes, if it's real, you can see it. That's why people also invent things to see the air, see the things you think you cannot see. Oh, oh. Somebody made a post and I commented on it. He said, I think it's a female. He said that, you know, no one know how the water entered the coconut. I say it's not true. No one knows because you didn't pay attention and spend time to know how. At least know where it came from the earth where water is, and where is that coconut tree planted or standing. On the earth there's water beneath it. That's how water get there. But do you spend time to study it, to find out? That's what our ancestors were doing, studying nature. You cannot spiritualize nature and know nature. You have to study nature. That's the only way you learn about things. You study it. You study them. You don't know anything by believing without seeing. You know something by going after it to know. When you search, research, that's how you know. You make discoveries, but they have limited you with this God idea. You are praying now, God will reveal things to you. Even some people praying for their ancestors or to their ancestors to reveal something to them. Reveal what? You have the whole earth, the universe. You have your brain. So go into action to know, not believing. Because somebody said that you just believe it. They say no one can know it all. You believe it. But it's not true. Why do you have even the idea of no one know it all when it's not only one person in existence? Many majority of us, if you know some part, I know some part, that's what makes us one. That's what makes us one with the universe. It has nothing to do with telling you cannot know it all. Just swallow whatever. No. Know what you know and say what you know. Don't conclude because you did not know certain things, you say nobody else know it. That's what happened to the daughters of Lot in the Bible. They concluded there's no man around. It's only our father. We must have sex with our father to have children. And God bless them. Because that's what God does. God don't let you think for yourself. God don't let you think outside the book. God don't let you think outside the box. God don't let you think for yourself. That's why they said, do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge God. Then he will do bullshit, which he cannot do. Trust God, my people. You don't need God, whether it's the God of your ancestors or the God of your oppressors. You don't need any God. But if you still insist, tell me, where was the gods of your ancestors when these evil people invaded and enslaved us? And where is that God of Israel, or that God you believe so much in Christianity, in Islam, in Judaism? Where was that God when these evil people enslaved us in his name? He was watching and laughing at our plight. Wake up, Africans. Then the third one is money. This is another area I've seen majority of our people, even all over the world, they have conditioned the whole world to see money as the if you don't have money, you cannot live well. Somebody says, Little things that money cannot buy does not matter. What matters, maybe that's what money can buy. Money cannot buy real things. Money cannot buy you reality. Money cannot buy nature. Nature exists without money. And who tell you cannot exist without money? You weren't born with money, and money does not grow on the tree. Money does not grow from the earth. Money is also part of slavery too, to enslave people. You're supposed to know where the banking system you have today, where it came from Germany. It has nothing to do with nature or Africa. Even today, we cannot even save our money. We cannot save the things we're supposed to be saving. We cannot save our crops. Our crops. We cannot save things our ancestors used to save themselves without costing them anything. You cannot save ordinary money you have, and you are talking about your life. These are the things that has made Africans, they don't actually care about science. They don't. What do you hear them talking most about? Talking about God, afterlife, and talking about money, how to make money. Our people chasing money everywhere. Watch their movies. All they are telling you, make money, make money. They sell their land to travel abroad to make money. They don't know that land gives them what is or what are more than money. Don't you think Africans, when the Europeans, the Chinese people, the Americans, when they come to, when you say they should borrow you money, they borrow you money, but what do you pay them back with? With money? No. You pay them back with your resources, the things that make you wealthy, the things that make you rich, the things that make them envy you, the things that make them jealous of you. You give it to them, they give you money because they have captured you and they condition you to see money. Without money, why are you living? Original people, Africans, don't need to serve or to be served. We are above whatever is not of nature. We are above of whatever that is not natural. We are above it. Mention it. King is not natural. God is not natural. Money is not natural, and we are above them. Then, in closing, I want to show you or show us the three things we need. For those of you that may ask me, okay, you say we don't need this thing, then what do we need? I want to show you the things we need, and that's why I'm asking you to live humanly. With these three things, we all will live humanly. No more having all these wars and all this evil that evil people introduce to us. The first one is ourselves. We need ourselves. Money cannot buy us. Money cannot buy us. That's the one of the evils this evil system made us, thinking we don't need ourselves, we need money. Growing up, our people used to say, onye nwere mmadụ ka onye nwere ego. A person with people are more than are greater or more important than a person with money. But today, reverse is the case. Today, it's a person with money that is greater and more important than a person with people. Before, they say that they listen to people's wisdom. No, they're looking at people's pocket. How much do you have? How much can you give? Somebody has told me, do give away. Because that's the way you can also catch people. Join the group, join the multitude. You have to be famous. Make your name known. No, that's not way natural people make their ways known, make their name known all over the world. Our ancestors didn't do that because of money or because of God or because of king. No, they did it because of themselves. Like when you read Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 6, you will see these things I'm showing you there. They did not need any money to buy anything to build. No, they say, come, let us make. It's in the land already. Whatever you need to build anything is already in the land. But they made even you that have it, you don't value it, you think you are going to make money, then buy the same product they made from what they took from your land, from them. You import them to build your house. You go to buy to build your house. Why nature? We already have those things in nature, naturally. We all we need is ourselves. He said, if the people are one, speaking one language, he said, whatever they imagine to do, nothing will stop them. When we are united, when we live as a people, we are unstoppable. No force, no higher force, no lower force, no force anywhere can stop us. That's the only way we can move mountain. As a people, when we know ourselves, we all we need is ourselves. We need one another. That's all we need. We don't need any king. We don't need any God. We don't need any money. We need ourselves. And we can make money. People with money will come and beg us to sell to them. And we begin to use our wisdom, no longer showing hospitality to them, but showing them that we are smarter as they thought. Than they thought. The second thing we need is our brain. We need our brains. That's, that's where innovation and invention comes from. Not from any God, not from any spirit. No, it's not from a terrestrial war. Bullshit. It's your brain. That's ability for you to see. With your brain, you can see the past, the present, and the future and know what to do. Then you begin to do it. It starts all in your brain. The third one is nature. So we need nature, natural things. We can build with natural things. What is that thing money can buy that you cannot make or build with natural things? Tell me. But today we are using money to buy natural things. We don't plant anymore. We use money to go buy fruit from people that plant. We cannot grow our food anymore. Then we go and make money to buy from people that grow food. But remember what happened during the global lockdown. Government locked down everything. If you don't have food, you will die. Money was not saving anyone. You can't even get your money from the bank. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today as we speak. They call it cashless policy. People have money, but it's their money is in the bank. They cannot use it. They say they don't have money, and people suffer. I'm calling us Africans to wake up. King, God, and money don't want us to be one united builders again, as we were in Genesis 11 1 to 6. God, King, and money want us to remain slaves, and that's what many of you like. It is time you have a rethink. Wake up, Africans, so that we can become united builders again. I want you to know this, that our slavery condition is not permanent. And like the sun, we will shine again. God